Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Go Naledi. So we're still currently in quarantine and most of us have actually had a lot of time to ourselves, a lot of time to think, and we are just actively trying to avoid being with ourselves because it's a lot. But all jokes aside, I just wanted to come sit and talk to you guys and just encourage you with 10 steps you can use to try and get yourself out of a rut. So ruts are quite different, they differ. Sometimes they're induced by anxiety. Sometimes if you have a very big project coming up, you just feel so anxious and you just can't think and you just get stuck in a rut. Other times you're actually dealing with stuff and that also induces a rut. Most of my ruts are actually induced by school. Just me and varsity weren't gelling and my assignments would just give me so much stress. It was just like, hi, Lord. But anyways, these are 10 steps you can use to just pull yourself up enough to bring your head above water and choose the next step going forward. So disclaimer from the get-go, I am not a psychologist, I am not a psychiatrist. Take this information and use it as you will, but this is not a cure. If you're constantly going through ruts, or just generally if you feel like your mental health is not good, please see someone, please talk to someone. I'll put a link in the description where you can find different help centers and stuff, but please, even after you get out of the rut, please still talk to someone. So tip number 1 is to break the routine. So most of the time when I'm in a rut, everything is just happening and I am not really actively participating. So I'm just lying in my bed, I'm just watching Netflix, I'm just eating snacks and junk food, and my room is just dark. Like I have no autonomy over that, like I'm just doing it. So by breaking routine, it kind of gives me enough time to just step back and be like, okay, do I really want to be doing this? So what I mean by breaking routine is step outside a bit, open your window a bit, or normally I'd snack and do everything on my bed. I'll just say, okay, you know what, let's go snack at the table, and just that little snacking at the table just breaks the normal, like the, what's the word? Just the monotony of the whole rut, and it just allows me to be like, oh, okay, something's different, let's get ourselves to ourselves and let's pull ourselves to ourselves, basically. So break the routine, step away from your bed, have your snack by the table, drink a glass of water, open the window, play one of your favorite songs very loud. Just do something that you choose so that it helps you to shift your mind into decision making mode. I hope it makes sense. And step number 2 is to identify what's bothering you. And this is what normally causes the rut, is because we're trying to avoid dealing with situations or dealing with ourselves. So we do everything but deal with that situation. So we'll watch Netflix, we'll go on YouTube, we'll cycle on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, snack, sleep, snack, sleep. Like, you'll cycle through that because you're trying to not deal with the issue. It's causing you stress or anxiety. So actually identify what's bothering you and try to be specific as well. You can't say, oh no, everything's wrong, everything's bothering me. What exactly about everything is bothering you? So for example, things that might bother me in a rut is that my table's cluttered, I haven't bathed in ages, I have 2,000 words left of an essay due and I haven't started it and it's due tomorrow. Like, that's me actively identifying what's bothering me. Or you know what, lately I've set out goals I wanted to achieve and it looks like nothing's going right. I have not really done much towards them, or I have tried to and I've failed. So just identify what is bothering you is a good step. Yeah, and just be honest with yourself. Excuse me. And then number 3 is, what can you do? What can you do? So off of the list of things you've identified that are bothering you, which of them do you really have to do or deal with? Because sometimes we don't really have to do those things, or it's just we've put so much pressure on ourselves to do all those things and achieve all those things, and it's like, but if you don't do them, the world will still keep on going. Like, you know, it's not the end of the world. So which of those can you get away with not doing, basically, and which of them do you want to do? So not people are forcing you to do it, or someone's pressurizing you to do it. Which of those do you personally actually want to do or deal with, and which of those are in your control and you actually can do something about? Because sometimes, excuse me, there's things you get worried about, but most of the time you don't really have much control over them. So just focusing on what you can control, on what you can do, helps to empower you to make your next move. And then fourth step is to draw up an action plan. So you've identified what's bothering you, you've identified of the things bothering you, which can you actually deal with, and now you sit down and you either draw, or you mind map, or you make a list on your phone, or you write it something, but have somewhere you can actually see this plan and make a plan. Okay, so be very specific in your plans, be very specific, almost to the point of being very pedantic. It's okay, like it helps to just break down things into very small manageable chunks, and only write down what you are in the capacity to do, or what, yeah, I hope I make sense. But generally some people can run 5 kilometers in 30 minutes, and that's when they are at their peak and they are healthy and they've been training and their body's like at their peak. But I don't think they'll achieve the same pace if they're injured, if they haven't slept well, if they didn't stretch. So same applies to you as well. You're not really in a good headspace, don't put too much pressure on yourself to achieve these amazing feats that yes, you could achieve, but given the space you are in, you might not be able to achieve. So keep your plans very small and very realistic. So some of them, like these are very, very basic. Switch on the lights, open the curtain and the windows, put the laptop away, put all empty wrappers in the bin, put all dirty dishes in the sink, stuff everything behind the cupboard, email my lecturer and tell him my assignment might be late, I'm going through some things, I will give it back to you. So those are steps that you can do, that you are in the capacity to be able to do. Yeah. And then if there's something you really have to do and you just can't do it, but it has to be done, this is when you can ask a friend or a trusted family member to help you with something, if you are comfortable with that as well. And then number 5 is to clean your room or your surroundings. So I know you don't like to think of it that way, but really a cluttered space just adds to the mfurikani in your mind. Yeah, just the mess in your mind, the stress in your mind. Like a cluttered space just makes it worse. So I'm not saying go Maria Kondo levels and declutter everything and no, but just clear up your immediate space. So best believe I just stuff everything behind cupboards, into shelves. I just stuff it all there just so that my immediate space is clean, and once I'm in a better space I can deal with those cupboards later on. But just so that my immediate space is clean, I will stuff things behind, well, into cupboards and things. So, and this will help you feel much better. And now that your space is clean, also get yourself clean as well. So don't think about it, don't think about what you'll wear, just go into the shower, step into the shower and just shower, okay? And just literally put on the water and just sit under the blast and just get water on you, just shower. If you don't have a shower, just take a bath. You can clean the bathtub later on, just take a bath. And if those 2 options still feel too much work, it's okay, just get some wipes and wipe down yourself and change into some clean clothes. It will also help you feel much better. But yeah, no judgments, like we go through the most, and if wipes is all you can do, it's absolutely fine, okay? And then number 7 is to have some tea or water. or coffee. I know people are gonna be like, coffee, yeah, coffee. So just have something to perk your spirit up and to hydrate, and also fill another glass of water to just leave it, or bottle of water, and just leave it by your table or somewhere close by, so that you can just keep sipping on it later on, and it'll just revive your mind as well. Yeah. Number 8, this is the most important out of everything. Like, if you've heard nothing from this video, or you take away nothing from this video, at least please like take this little bit. Give yourself a high five every morning. So this will depend on your action plan. If it's something that you have to do immediately, just give yourself a high five then. But if it's I'm gradually working myself out of a rut, give yourself a high five every morning. So what does a high five look like? These are top 5 things I want to achieve in the day. These can be very simple, basic steps, or they can be complex. I generally keep them very simple, and as time goes by and I'm in a better mental space, I can make them more complex. But they're generally very simple steps, and then I just include one complex or hard thing to do. So for example, my high five, if I'm in a really bad space, is to just make my bed, open the windows and curtains, drink 1 bottle of water, and eat 1 complete meal, go outside for 10 minutes and just do a crossword, and then make a list of things to work on or improve, or whatever it was that was bothering me, I'll do something towards improving it. Yeah, so there you go. And then step number 9 is to pump yourself up. Okay, like cheer yourself up, be your own cheerleader, because sometimes when you're in that space and you're a bit isolated, you might feel a bit vulnerable receiving help or cheering from other people. So sometimes you have to cheer yourself up. Okay, so I cheer myself up and I congratulate myself on all of those things I do. So whenever I finish something off of my top 5 list, I'll actually say like, good, you opened the window, that's good, you took a shower, that's good, you've had water, that's good, you ate a full meal today, that's good, you've actually sat and opened your daily schedule, that's good. So I always keep acknowledging good things I'm doing, as well as cheering myself up. I always think of this analogy. It's not even an analogy really, I'm sure you've experienced this. Maybe you go running on a treadmill and you haven't run in a while, and it's just like it's a terrible session, and you have like 20 minutes left, and it's just like, okay, 20 minutes, that's like 2 10 minutes, that's 4 5 minutes, okay, and I've already done 1 5 minutes, so let me just keep going for the other 3. Like, yeah. It's literally that kind of thing. Just keep cheering yourself on, like, you're not okay, I've done 3 things out of the list, I only have 2 left, let's keep going, that kind of thing. And the last step is number 10. Repeat however many times necessary. Like, being in a rut is awful, and it sometimes takes you turning those wheels a few times before you finally get loose out of the rut, out of the mud. So repeat the step, repeat this whole list however many times you need to. Conclusion: be kind to yourself and be generous to yourself as well, and just take some time to really slowly work yourself out. Like, don't expect 5Ks in 30 minutes when you're really injured. Take time to nurse yourself back up, but do still keep walking forward, do still keep trying to move on forward. And yeah, I mean, the times we're in now are not so kind, and some of us are having to deal with things we've been avoiding for so long. So really be kind to yourself, be honest with yourself as well, and please, this is just a way for you to just lift your head above water. It doesn't mean this is the end. Please go get help if you need help. Please continue self-introspecting if you need to do that. And yeah, I hope you guys are all good, and please tell me down in the comments which step you feel resonates with you more, or what you do when you are stuck in a rut. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.